Okay, this is another one in the series of grass that we've been bringing in. This is going to be a new one. This is praline. If you remember, we had cayenne and what was it? Hush puppy. This is praline. So if you don't get it by now, this all revolves around Louisiana names or Mardi Gras type names, whatever you want to call it. So there's a whole series of these. We're not sure if we're going to bring the entire series in. I think they have. Well, it was at 6, and then it went to 8, and I think it's up to a dozen now. So I don't know how far we're going to go, but the ones that we're really picking are the ones that are sterile grass that are, we think, unique. So this one, since it's sterile, we were able to bring it into the worry-free program through the Synergy group. So this will be a grass that we're running through the worry-free program, which is exclusive to the Synergy group. So this is a fairly exclusive grass. Other people can grow this grass, but we have a contract with them on the liners. You may see some of these out there that can be grown in a black pot, but we chose to launch it in the worry-free program. There's not very many of these out there other than our Synergy partners, so we have the first crack on the market with them. So this one here, you can see, has a great compact habit, even with its bloom. You do get a little bit of color in the bloom. It's just slightly pinkish. So just a real light haze of color in it. Good foliage, excellent foliage. That foliage holds up really well all through the fall. It's a grass that has excellent disease resistance too. And it's also obviously another way to go, like I said, which I will say again, it is sterile. So it is certified sterile, whether states that have restrictions on some of the grasses out there recognize that or not, that's state by state. It's been certified sterile through some university studies, so we do know that, but every state is different on what they accept. But that's what we know about this grass. We really like it. We really like the series. They perform very well, and they're very low maintenance. So take a look at all those. I don't, do we have, yeah, do we have another one coming down the pipeline, or do we just have the 3 for right now?
Yeah, I think it's just 3 for right now.
Yeah, we have the 3 for right now. We'll be looking to bring some more on this summer probably. So, okay. All right, next, Pieris Mountain Fire. So you can see here, the blooms aren't open, but Pieris is an early bloomer, so it's very typical for this to be blooming towards the end of March and through April. There's usually very few blooms left for Mother's Day, so this would not be a plant that I would be promising blooms for Mother's Day. It is an early bloomer in the landscape, one of the first things really to bloom. But you can see here that bloom is still tight, but it has that color on the outside of the bloom. So it's very impactful all through mid to late winter, all the way through till it opens up. You can see the size there is just fantastic. Mountain Fire is the only one we have availability on, which is usually the other way around. But we're a little short out there on the Katsura and the Dorothy Wyckoff, but we have just a fantastic crop of Mountain Fire. So this would be, show this photo out there. Care for it. We like to keep it in minimal heat with a full space for the winter. It does not like to be crowded or mistreated in any way. Never pull plastic over it. Those are some of the tricks on it. And you have to water it through the winter. It's another plant that requires water because obviously it starts to color up. So that's activity. So it's moving water, it's transpiring. So even in the landscape, if it's planted in a real dry area or or a real sandy soil that drains quick, it's not going to perform well, nor does it like wet feet. So it's kind of in that ericaceous rhodie family. You have to be a little careful, but it does require water. So we got a little over 200 left, and plus a lot of them are booked, and just wanted to show you this is what we're going to be shipping. So this is a photo you can get people excited about. So some new shipped in material. Go ahead and go to that one. So Cheryl put a little collage together. So we have, if you scroll up a little bit, or is it up all the way? No, it's not. I think it is. There you go. So you got Fire Chief, so you can see there how nice those look. We brought those in. We also brought in Little Devil. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit. And then you got Mr. Bowling Ball, and then Spirea Candy Corn. So, we got some excellent quality. We were able to partner with a grower down south a little ways. That's why we brought them in so early. We want to get them acclimatized, and we don't want them to break growth down there. So we'll get these cooled down. That way they will be breaking in time with our crops here. So Cheryl moved those to current buckets. So I don't know if there was really availability on those lines. I'm not sure how far you guys sold into them. I think you have them all booked up, but I just want you to feel confident that that stuff that was in virtual that we moved over, it really came through really nice. So I was real happy with what we did. And this again was, we thought about these things way early. So to get this type of quality, we had to get out there last summer and work with the other growers and really form a partnership. And that was the only way that we could bring this type of quality in at a price that we could do to resell. So that worked, and we'll be looking at possibly forming more partnerships in the future. Next. So we got, I want to show you B&B again. Pungens pendula, weeping blue spruce, just a great crop out there, excellent color. Cheryl took a snow blower and blew all the snow away when she took the photo. No, but we took that photo in the fall there. But we still have availability on these. You can see the availability she put at the top for you to make it a little easier to see. There's still room in the digging windows. So, keep selling, keep offering these out there. Typically we start digging, we could start sometime around the 20th of March. It all depends on weather. I don't think this year it's going to be a moisture issue. I think we got plenty of moisture out there. Where here a couple of winters, we've had some dry spells where we had to be a little careful. But it'll just be, we have to have the frost out of the ground. So, it looks like this cold stuff's we're going to get away from this here in another 10 days or so. We'll start getting back to more normal temperatures. And so I'm still anticipating the normal dig times around the 20th of March. So, all right. Strobus pendula. So show you another B&B here. Same thing. You can see there, we got some good shaping on it. You can scroll up just a little bit, and that'll show you the sizings there. The bigger size that you go with, the more growth you're going to get that's coming out of the sides. The older it is, the more it looks like a specimen type of plant. I would really encourage you to talk to people about grabbing up some of those 84-inch, because they're just fantastic for specimen plants. They got that's more towards the right photo there. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get that kind of plant. It's going to be great for putting around water features or just as a specimen, a focal point plant. This should be something that wholesalers and landscapers are thinking about stocking up on. And last, I think we have Weigelia spilled wine. So, you can see there, that's a fall photo, and then a photo, close up of the flower. This will be flowering later in May. Okay, so this is not going to be in flower for Mother's Day, but we will have nice purple colors for the Mother's Day period. So um, you can see there the size of the crop. I mean, that's what we're going to be shipping. We have a fantastic crop of spilled wine and wine and rose this year. Um, they just look great. We upped our numbers quite a bit. We changed some things on our canning. We added a liner into the pot so we can get it fuller. That way we have this nice full plant ready for spring shipping. We do keep them. Sometimes I let them freeze a little bit. I mean, Weigelia can freeze, but what we try to do is keep them right at freezing. And then we put just a little bit of heat on them because this plant really doesn't want to start to grow till after Mother's Day. But what we want to do is we want to get some leaves on this thing so this plant looks like something. So when your customers get it, their customers, they got color to look at. Because if you really keep this thing cold and natural, it doesn't look like a lot for the 1st of May. So we do a little bit of enhancing on it. It's very minimal. We're not like pumping huge amounts of heat on them. We're just keeping those nighttime temperatures in the 40s so they don't go too cold during that March, early April period. And that helps. That gets us foliage and gets us going. All right.